Hello viewers, welcome to this show. Today we will wish to discuss and talk about inspiration, that's through education among other things. Today we want to talk about Commissioner Washington, or talk with Commissioner Washington of PUSATI, and he will explain to us about his life, the challenges that he's going through, his successes, among other things. But first, to begin, my name is Patricia Mlongo, and I'm the host of this program today. Hello everyone, and hi all the viewers. My name is Washington Opio Sati, and I work here as a commissioner, and this is my sign name. I was born in Kisumu County, and I grew up in Kisumu County. I went to a deaf school in Maseno, School for the Deaf. And then afterward, I moved to high school in Kuja Secondary School for the Deaf. I'm a married man with 3 children, 1 boy and 2 girls. But in my extended family, I have 3 sisters and 3 brothers. So in total, all of them are hearing first, and I'm the only one who is deaf. But then in my family, my third-born sister has a son who is deaf as well, who schools at Kuja Secondary School. The story of my life is I wasn't born deaf. I became deaf at age 5. Where did the issue come from? I was very sick and admitted in the hospital, and I stayed in the hospital and was admitted for a period of 2 months. I had meningitis. My mother took me to the hospital, and I was admitted for 2 months, like I said earlier, and after the whole process I became deaf. It was a shocking news to my family, and you all know that in all families out there, we didn't have information about schools for. Like I told you earlier, I went to primary school in Maseno and secondary school in Kuja. After I was done with both levels, that was like 14 years ago, I got stuck after 4th form, because at that time there was no any college for the deaf persons in Kenya. We only have 1 teacher's training college for the deaf, but for any other profession, like for example social work or community development or journalism or many other courses that are out there, we had nothing that a deaf person could benefit from. We had no teachers for the deaf around there. We had teachers for the deaf and teachers who were deaf themselves, but I was not passionate about going on becoming a teacher. I wanted to become a community worker. My aim was to bring change in the community. So I went and started as a volunteer at the Kenya National Association for the Deaf. I worked there with a friend of mine, a guy called Mr. Osano, who really taught me on very many things, on how we can develop an association, on how we can perform administration duties on that association. So I learned a lot from there. Then later I thought that I would want to go into a mainstream society, beginning with a mainstream college. So I went to Nairobi University. That's where I studied community development, starting at the diploma level. After that, I moved and did my bachelor's degrees. After that, I moved and did my master's at the same University of Nairobi. Many deaf persons, as you all know, they prepare their CVs and apply to different opportunities out there, but they're always not successful because of communication barriers. The first job that I got was at LVCT Health, and I was an HTC or trained counselor. After that, I moved and worked with another organization called Leonard Cheshire Disability. It's an organization that focuses on disability. Then after that, I moved and worked with Nairobi County for a few years. Then moved and worked with the National Gender and Equality Commission. After working there for a few years, I moved and worked with Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. And I can say I was lucky because of the education that I have. Having a master's level has really helped me to navigate through different opportunities. It's not easy, and also the experience that I've gained over the years has really come in handy. You see, I've moved from different jobs to others, but then all of them are not jobs for only deaf persons. It's mainstream environment. There are challenges that I always experience. Like, for example, number one, sign language interpretation. We all know that very many organizations here might want to employ a deaf person, and they want to employ one position, just a deaf person. They do not want to employ a second person as an interpreter. So that means when you go into that office, you need to really lobby and work hard for them to agree on employing an interpreter for you. The office, like for instance, when I worked in Nairobi County, persons will come to my office needing different services like business permits. They needed sewage to be rectified because of my position. But then I did not have an interpreter working with me in Nairobi County, so we'll write back and forth. The government did not employ an interpreter for me, that's the county government. I will write back and forth with the client. Now, see, some of the clients that come into my office are not very well educated, they're common mwananchis and they do not know English. Some of them know Kiswahili. As a deaf person, I do not know Kiswahili, we are not taught Kiswahili. Now you see that challenge. Another challenge that I faced, some clients or persons will come into my office, and when they come into the office, they're like, is this a deaf person working here as a ward administrator? They do not even know what to say, and they will go and talk to, perhaps explain to a sign language interpreter to come and talk to me. So there's those challenges of most deaf persons really go through many challenges, from their families to working environment to education to health, among others. Especially on employment, what's very important for all of us or all the deaf persons to do is to really work hard, especially on education. Work hard on getting your basic degrees. It doesn't matter even if you'll move to masters. This is something that can really help you to, go into the job market out there. Currently, nowadays, you can't go into a job market and say, I am a deaf person, therefore you should employ me. That's not a qualification of getting a job. They will want other things among you being a person with disability, but then there are other checklists that they need to go through. And they want to see if you're able to work first. You have the experience, and that is it. So don't feel disappointed. First of all, I encourage all deaf persons to work hard, especially in their educations. Among other things, build yourself up. And it's something that you can, just like I did. I started from a very low position, but then gradually I ascended over the ladder to be who I am today as a commissioner, appointed by the president himself. So that is something that all of you can also pick up from me. Don't always think of oppression from your family or other things. Work hard on your own. Let this awareness go out there so that all in society can know and be aware and change their attitudes towards us. That can really help you as a deaf person grow even in job markets. Information where you are able not to access it is hard, I know. Like for example, jobs are advertised on newspapers. Always be someone who is alert on different social medias, Facebook among other things, through information. So like I said earlier years, I became a pioneer, a first deaf commissioner in Kenya. And to be honest, it's not something that was very easy because of the milestones that I had to go through. Interviews, I went to parliament through a vetting process. The names were forwarded to the president, and to be honest, going through all that process or vetting process was not easy. So, but just to encourage you that there's nothing that is impossible. It means if I am able to work hard and achieve this, then anyone can, especially all deaf persons out there. All you need to do is patience, but then whatever you really want to work on and get, you can. Like for example, in my office here recently, there's a person who is a bishop, name withheld, came and had a complaint that she wanted to launch. And when she came into this office, she thought, commissioners normally are hearing people. So when she was ushered into my office and then my interpreter came in, so she was shocked. She didn't know who. Is it that a commissioner cannot talk, that's why you're using an interpreter? Now, it was a lady. She said, can we pray for you first so that you are able at least to speak before we start the discussion? And I told her, we don't need prayer. You don't need prayers for me to hear. Okay, but she kept on insisting that this is a very big office. A commissioner is a very big office and a deaf person cannot hold this office. We need to start by prayer so that you're able to serve all the Kenyans. So it was a back and forth with this lady, explaining to her why I don't need prayers to become a hearing person. So many people have the same kinds of attitude out there. And that means if you get jobs, maybe a high office like mine, it will lead to awareness creation out there and a lot of attitude change. What I like to advise the deaf persons out there is the challenges that you've gone through should not make you give up. In the families, there are challenges. In the working environment, there are challenges. Even getting that job is a challenge, but don't give up. Just like in my family, my father died when I was around 10. My mother died when I was around 20. At that time, I'd finished my high school. I didn't know even where to go to from there. But then I did not give up at that stage. My dream, my ambition remained, and I continued to really work hard to achieve it. My advice to all of you deaf persons is, don't give up. You want to become an MCA in your county, you want to become an MP, you want to go into a big government office, please continue working hard. Remember that it's not easy to get into these positions. Work on your education, improve on your papers. If it's experience you need, work and increase your experience and you'll be able to succeed. Enjoyment of your rights, to be honest, is not something that is easy as a deaf person. But then, it's something that you are able to change and change the society. Through your work, you're able to demonstrate that deaf persons are able to change, and this will change the attitude. This will help you achieve your dream, and I hope you work hard. Just want to let you know, the general public and everyone, that deaf persons are able to do anything and everything. The only thing that we can't do is hear. That's the only thing we can't. But apart from that, we can do any other thing. We are proud as deaf persons to be deaf persons, and we are proud that we don't need prayers for us to hear. We really don't. We want you as a society to change your attitudes. Give us these opportunities just to demonstrate our ability, just to demonstrate our potential. We can contribute to the society. We can contribute to changes. We can contribute to national development. What we ask you as a society is to give us those opportunities to demonstrate those changes we can bring in. I work here as a commissioner, that is in the Commission on Administrative Justice, and the aim of the work of this commission is, there are different government offices out there that persons go to look for services, but they don't succeed because of the barriers that they experience. They do not get the help that they need. This office is in charge of removing those barriers. If you've gone or walked into a government office, I give an example, Teacher Service Commission. You are a deaf teacher, you need a transfer letter from that office. and you do not get the service that you need because of one reason or another, or perhaps you are a deaf person who's worked and retired and you had your pension saved as a pensioner and you're not able to access it, please come to our office. We are here. Or you have a land, but then you don't have a land title. You try to navigate through different offices. You go to the Ministry of Land, but they keep on taking you rounds and rounds and postponing the issue, procrastinating it all the time. Please come to our office. We are there to help you. Or you are a deaf person in a village somewhere, and your mother has died, your father has died, and you need to divide land as a family to different kids, but your brothers or your sisters have gone to the chief and worked out something so that you're being excluded into inheritance of land. You've gone to the chief and he's not working with you or he's not supporting you. Come to this office, we are ready to help you. So like I said, I am a commissioner here. That's my job title, and also the vice chairperson of this commission. That is the Commission on Administrative Justice. The Commission on Administrative Justice is a constitutional commission whose mandate is to handle different complaints on public offices. This commission also works to enhance access to information in different government offices. Different government offices hold some information that is in public, but then you're not able to access. That is the mandate of this commission. We focus on unfair treatment in public service. We focus on abuse of office or misuse of public resources. That is our responsibility as a commission. There are different government offices that are unresponsive. It's our responsibility as a commission to handle that. Unfair treatment is also our responsibility as a commission to handle this. That's a brief